So this video is about bespoke agencies and why you shouldn't be one, and why you should be a productized agency in 2024 if you want to survive. I've been told I need to do a hook on these videos. I'm not really sure what I'm doing with YouTube, but like and subscribe, comment if you want. So yeah, what is a bespoke agency? We used to be a bespoke agency years and years ago, over 10 years ago. We used to be like a marketing agency, and we took on any client, any job. We used to get the leads in, and we used to just ask them what their problem was and come up with a solution, give them a quote, and then we'd build a custom process just for that client, and this would happen for every single client. Now, to give you an analogy, a bespoke agency is like a restaurant without a menu. So imagine a restaurant, and you walk in and you sit down and you can just ask for anything. You can ask for, I want a steak with some carrots. Someone else says, right, I want a pizza, and someone else says, well, I don't want any of that. I want some cornflakes. The chef would be stressed out. All the staff would be stressed out. Everyone would have to learn how to cook these things people are asking for. Maybe there's no equipment to cook the certain things someone wants. Someone wants a flan for dessert. Someone else wants a cheesecake. It would be crazy. Yet this is how bespoke agencies run. They're literally restaurants without menus. They're just saying, yeah, we'll do that for you. Yeah, we'll do that. And I think it's the wrong way to do it. And I think most agencies run this way, and it's always been the traditional model. There is a time and place to be bespoke, but I think for the most part, agencies can productize, even if they productize a little bit, even if they productize just a little bit more than they are. It would be a great help, and it would help them scale, be more predictable, be more streamlined, and not as bloated as they are. So let's just go through how a bespoke agency would handle a new lead. So the new lead would come in, it would come in on the website. So you imagine a bespoke agency website would be something like, let's say it's in the marketing niche. It would be something like, we'll help you grow your online visibility. We do ads, SEO, social. Just give us a call, or book a call. So they get on the call, and it's a discussion of the goals and the problems. And you're there sort of taking notes. The client's sort of saying, yeah, well, we think we need some more blog posts. We think we need this. Could you help with our ads as well? Yeah. And then you discuss a budget. So they'll give a budget, and then you will send a custom quote, or you might be pitching for this work. Now, you have to do this for every single lead that comes in, and you have to pitch for the work and send a budget quote based on the budget, and then you kind of wait and see if they want it. They might negotiate the budget, and then you might potentially close them. Now, that's just the start. So once you've closed them, there's more to come with this custom stuff, because the staff, the team that are going to be running this campaign are going to have to do something they've never done before, or they're going to have to do something slightly different to what they've done before at best, because you've given a custom bespoke quote to someone based on their individual problems. Now, what would happen if you were a productized agency? Well, the lead would come in. So this would be a visit to the website, and then they would choose from the options on your website. So, for example, if you were a marketing agency, you could potentially be specialising in ads, for example. You could have on your website free products, ad spend up to $5,000, ad spend up to $25,000, ad spend up to $100,000, whatever the options are. These are just examples, bad examples. And then they pick one. There might be then further add-ons within the order form. Do you want display network? Do you want us to create the creatives? Do you want us to do this? Do you want to report in? Do you want us to add on analytics tracking, setup, all this stuff. It could all be taken with a form, and there's no need for this call, there's no need for ambiguity, there's no need for back and forth, there's no need for a quote. The form literally builds the price and they order it on the website, and then you deliver it. The less you speak to the client, the better for them, the better for you. The more streamlined you have your orders come in, the more process heavy you can get. You get these orders come in with almost any service. I mean, we've done this with video, which is the most subjective service you can get. We get hardly any problems with it because we take so many inputs. Well, I say so many, we don't overdo it. We take as many as we require to ensure that we're going to deliver them a good video with no back and forth, to the exact style they want. And yeah, we make it really simple, really easy. So you can do this on your website. You just got to treat your own services like products. If someone wanted to buy a car, they wouldn't walk into a car garage and say, I want a car that's green with yellow spots, and I want this shape on the wheel, and I want this hole in the seat for some reason. You pick from the menu that they've got. Yes, there'll be customizations, but you pick from the menu. Same with iPhones, same with any kind of product that you buy. Now, does that mean there's no room for customization? That's completely possible. Like, you leave some room for customization within the confines of the order form. There's always going to be some customization with this. It's not as simple as a product, I understand, but you can get the client 99% there with your order form, and you can make it really easy for your internal processes, your internal team, to deliver on that order within the confines of the inputs and give them an expected deliverable. And then you close it. So let's get on to what happens after you close a lead. And by the way, this removes any need for sales, meetings, calls. Of course, you can still have that if it's higher end products, but for the most part, this removes it. What happens in a bespoke agency? Well, you're doing a different service or a different process every time because you're taking on custom work. So every time you do something, it's looking different. The process is different. The people doing it may need to train on something. You're not compounding any knowledge. You're not compounding any assets or resource. There's no economies of scale because every time it's something new, there might be some economies of scale, but it isn't as compounding and predictable and as nice, really, as a productized process. So the overheads might be really high because people are just doing different things, taking up more time, and then the profit is not as good. Whereas if you look at a productized agency, this is what you want to get at. You're doing the same thing every time. Every time an order comes in, you're doing the same thing. Maybe there's some customizations, maybe there's different tiers and different levels of the service, but you're doing the same thing every time. And that means that your overheads can be low because you can use economies of scale. You can hire people that do one thing very, very well, and they don't have to be an internal team. They don't have to think too much about it. They just have their little thing that they're doing. They repeat it. The profit is a lot higher, and I think it's a lot easier to scale. It becomes very predictable to project your numbers over time. And that's not to say you don't have more than one of these kind of services. You might have a few productized services, but at least when they come in, you've got a process that triggers. The order comes in and you're doing the process that you've done hundreds of times before, and you're just doing it based on the inputs they give you. This can be done with anything, video, graphics. It can be done with link building, SEO, audits, CRO even. You can productize anything, and I'm a big believer in keeping things productized, especially on the front end of your offering. There's always room on the back end if you've got time, if you've got the resource, if the client needs it, something special, you can do a bespoke service if the price is right and if it makes sense for your business. I understand there's some services out there which are really, really needed to be bespoke. You know, there's some high-end services and high-end needs of clients, so they've got to be bespoke and they've got to be priced up. I understand that, but for the most part, for the most people out there that are doing SEO, link building, content stuff, graphic design, CRO, you can productize most of your offering, especially on the front end. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.